Good day and welcome to this week's edition of the Superintendent's Blog. This is Ross Renfrow with the Johnston County Public Schools, and today I have some special guests with me. We have a group of student leaders from all of our high schools here in Johnston County. Today's activity was inspired by Ms. Peden Jones and her team, and it is called the Wrinkled Heart activity. I think all of you at your places, you have a heart that has been cut out for you. And I think most of your hearts look like this, but Ms. Peden Jones, knowing me so well, knows that other than Dr. Smith, I may have the biggest heart in the room because, maybe my bark is much worse than my bite because, I truly feel that we don't have enough compassion in the world that we live in. And as I alluded to earlier, we talk about having an attitude of gratitude. But now, we have our hearts here, and what we'll do is we'll go around the room and, probably won't get responses from each of you, but at least from half of you. And the half that do not get to go for the first part of the activity, I'll let the others go in the concluding part of the activity. Let's start with Mr. Holt this time. Jackson, based on what you see on social media, or in the hallways of North Johnston High School, tell me something that you have heard or witnessed with your own ears and eyes that would be harmful or hurtful to one of your classmates or to another student at North Johnston High School that really has made them feel bad.
Back when I was a freshman in high school, we had a student commit suicide in the second half of my freshman year, and I feel like not a lot of good came out of it, but a lot of eyes were open, a lot of minds were open, but some people still insisted to make jokes about it, and I feel like that is unacceptable. Highly inappropriate.
Now we want to crumple the heart a little bit because, what Jackson heard all the way back to the spring semester of his freshman year still has a lasting impact on him today about how people said things that were callous and just unacceptable to other people. So whatever you need to do, fold, crumple, whatever, okay? Julio, something that you have heard or seen on social media that was probably inappropriate and wound up hurting or harming someone?
Well, I know that many of us as high school students, we don't always make the right choices. And unfortunately, I've seen a lot of, or heard more in the hallways of early college and JCC, when some students have a fun weekend by their standards, they'll post it on social media. And I think that's highly inappropriate because anybody can look at that nowadays, and who knows how that will affect them in the future. And sometimes they even, make fun of other people for not joining in those activities. So.
Peer pressure. The pressure of peer pressure, because it's real each and every day. So whether you fold or whether you crumple, whatever you choose to do. Chandler, something that you may have witnessed.
I know at Triple S I've seen a lot of racism and racist jokes and remarks to people, and I feel like that's not good.
Sure. Our Creator made us all different, but we're still His creation, and no one person is any better than any other person. We're all students. We're all entitled to the same protections and the same promise that we receive a quality education each and every day so that the future is ours to hold. Another example.
Especially with college applications coming out, a lot of people have been accepted and sadly some others haven't, and so there's been a lot of, well, how can so-and-so get in when I couldn't have gotten in? And especially with the political election that just happened, there have been a lot of hateful words going back and forth, which shouldn't be our focus.
Very appropriate and timely for the time of year we're in with a new president. College applications. I can remember being a sitting principal, and it was students that had been nominated for the Parks Scholarship, and our scholarship committee did not select one person. And her and her parents were devastated that she did not get the nomination from the school. And so we sat down and we talked about self-nomination. And she self-nominated based on her own merits and received the parks. And so that was a great teaching example for our scholarship committee, because I said, you know, here's someone that you said didn't meet the criteria of the award, and she didn't, I won't use the word deserve, but for whatever reason, the rubric that was used at that time, she didn't score high on it, and others did. But yet, because she had a passion and a drive that she was not going to let others ruin what she thought she could do, she persevered, she self-nominated, and received the parks. So very timely advice. Take a look at your hearts. Do they resemble what it was initially? You know, mine was pretty smooth. It had been precisely cut out. There were no wrinkles in it. But now, you know, it's in shambles. I even have a small rip in my heart. So you could say that Ross has a broken heart. So you think about the things that you heard, and they all true can be harmful to a peer or a classmate's heart. Hurt feelings, going home feeling like nobody cares about me, nobody identifies with me, nobody understands me. Don't want to go to school because people at school are mean to me. Hannah, what would be something that you could say after you've witnessed this firsthand to be an encourager or to have that attitude of gratitude to make somebody feel better?
Well, I will say, over the past years that I've been at Corinth Holders, we've had a really strong life skills program with our life skills kids, and we have a club called Circle of Friends where you can come in during Smart Lunch and hang out with these students. And one thing that always warms my heart every year is right as those life skills students are preparing to go to the Special Olympics, our whole school, we line the hallways, we make posters, and we get super excited and cheer these students on. And it just like makes my heart grow 10 times bigger just seeing everyone come together and cheer these students on.
Amanda, share with us something else that we can do to help a friend who's not feeling good about themselves or feeling good about being at school because somebody's been mean to them.
I've seen in just the past week, we had a student at West whose mom suddenly passed away. And I know Julio gave an example of when social media can be harmful to students, but we saw that so many West students reached out to the boy who lost his mother with so many loving and encouraging statements, trying to be there for him in this tough time.
Mike?
A lot of times I see when someone like you see someone bullied or they're not having a good day, just going up and talking to them and just interacting with them and asking them, hey, what's wrong? Like what can I do or what can we do to help help you make your day better? A lot of times just warms people up, or even it's like giving them a smile. Like you can tell when someone's having a bad day in class, and so like just say hey or a smile or something like that usually helps a lot.
Never underestimate the power of a smile. If you stop and think, there's somebody, maybe not in your class, but in your grade level, but particularly in your school, that fits that bill. What can we do today when we get back to school to make that situation better? After all the harmful or hurtful things that we shared, we've gone back through now and we've tried to repair our damaged heart, but it's still damaged. Would you agree? You can see the wrinkles, the tear. This heart has been crumpled and torn because people said cruel and mean things to it. And let's try to erase that, and let's all support one another and be kind to one another and have the attitude of gratitude that we all can. So this is your superintendent, Ross Renfrow, charging you all to have an attitude of gratitude. Thank you all for all you do, and have a great day.